Today I have the new AMD software that they released, and it's very buggy, and I also like it at the same time. The new interface is really nice. It's easy to use, much better than the previous version, uh, but it lacks, and I don't know why it has this, because it's still buggy. It lacks the finesse that it should have. After all these years, it's still wrong. But let's go through the interface, see what we have here. It has 4 main buttons: home, gaming, streaming, performance, and then we have a browser, some vote for features that you might want, notifications, and settings, and if you want it as a sidebar, so it's easy for you to see different things. On the first page you're gonna see last played game, recent games like Microsoft Windows operating system, which is a good game. Also Windows has to work on their software issues. They still haven't managed since 1995. It shows you the drivers that you have, when they were released, if you're up to date. This is the AMD link, which we're not gonna go into today. You have a media and capture. You can take a screenshot, record, do GIFs, instant replays. You have an advisor, what you should do, tutorials, and commercials. Let's go through the tabs and then we're coming back. And then if you go to games, you see the games that you have installed. AimLab, I don't have it anymore, and it wasn't on the computer. I haven't uninstalled it, so the games that are not here, I don't have them when I made this update. So this one I don't have. This I have. This one, DaVinci Resolve, this is definitely not a game. The Easy Anti-Cheat Launcher is not a game. Fortnite it is, but it's not being approved. Windows operating system is not. Opera browser is not. PUBG, Scum, Tom Clancy, I had it installed before, I don't have it anymore. And then Apex Legends again, from a different folder, from probably the same folder, but it took it twice. Then you have media, the videos that I pre-recorded before this, and let's click on this one, see how this doesn't work. This doesn't work, but they actually do. If you go to videos, relive, it works. And this is how it records. It has a little bit of lag, and the sound doesn't, you can't hear the sound correctly. And after you've been playing a game, yeah, it's still buggy. If you have done anything with the software, it's buggy. I was trying to make it work, but the recording, it's still buggy on this one, so it doesn't work technically. It is there, probably will be improved in the next update, but it doesn't work. Doesn't matter what settings you do, it didn't work. OBS works just fine. Streaming doesn't work that well either. It's really buggy also. Okay, so you can't watch your movies after you recorded them. And all of them were recorded today. 13, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 13, 13. And this is the stream. Yeah, it's the same. The sound doesn't work. It's really strange. Yeah, really buggy. Then compatibility. Minimum. And then it says my current GPU. It says here a minimum meet, but all these games work except Tom Clancy, which I don't have, but it's nice to know. And they recommend a GPU upgrade to the AMD Radeon 7. You guys don't even sell it anymore. Oof. Okay, so this clearly needs to be changed. This one is the same. It's all good. Probably they don't have the with all games, like AimLab is not probably a big title for them, so they don't have any support. And they tell me to go to 39,000X, a 12-core processor. So, and then we go to streaming. You have it's really easy. You have your account. For example, I have my mixer in, so you can choose through all of these. You can choose your servers, you can choose a region, you can choose full screen, microphone, push to talk, camera, record desktop. You can add multiple scenes, you can do a scene editor, you can have a chat overlay, camera, some indicators, and then you can add browse image videos. So it's quite okay as features. Then you have performance, and here it tells you mostly everything about your computer, your GPU, core speed, power consumption at temperature, fan RPM, and then you can go to your VRAM, and then you can go to your CPU, how much percentage you're using, how much RAM you're using. I have 16 gigabytes, I'm using just 5.1 right now. You can have a metrics overlay on your screen, so you can have it all the time on if you want. Yeah, and let's go back to the main screen, and then you can go, for example, on this game, you can click the icon, it will open the game, the last played game, meets the requirements, and then you can choose a custom profile. They have implemented for the 500 series also the Radeon anti-lag and Radeon boost and Radeon image sharpening, which actually works quite okay. I have tried it out, and on this particular graphics cards, on Apex Legends, on esports kind of settings, low to everything, and some of them on high with no anti-aliasing, and what do I have more? Yeah, something like this. I couldn't get a steady 100 frames. With this Radeon boost and image sharpening, I can get over this. This is an average, but I can get more FPS. It goes between 100 and 145 actually. It goes back and forth, and you can get up to 8 milliseconds in response time. I got a little bit more now because I was doing some streaming while playing, so you will get this a little bit higher. FreeSync, you can optimize it or you can put it on completely depending on your display that you have. I have a, how do you call it, I have a Samsung gaming curved, so I can have 144 Hertz with FreeSync. It actually works really okay. How much you played your last session, but I suppose you need to do a long term so it will appear everything. We can do game tuning. You can set your profile for the GPU for each game, so you don't need to do like a global setting. You can do overclocking only when you go into Apex. It will put your overclocking profile just when you play Apex. So you can do a default, you can do overclock GPU byte them, you can do a manual, and then you can choose like advanced controls on the GPU, and here you can change your states, you can change your voltage, you can change the VRAM, advanced, how many millivolts you want on everything. So that's quite neat. Fan tuning, advanced control, if you want a certain curve, which is quite nice. This is really easy. I mean, in just a couple of clicks I managed to have everything turned on and working. A power tuning, you can choose the power limit, percentage, so you can go like up, down, so which is quite cool. Okay, and then it has like a game advisor. It gives you 4 recommendations, they say, but image quality increase if the image quality is set to medium by setting to ultra or high. Render increase to 100%. Advanced rendering options turn up. Display resolution increase. So they tell you what to do so you can get a better great performance. Right now it's on optimal. I had some issues with it. It actually said quite good. Then we go back home. Then you press here, you go back to the games. Then you have media capture, it does nothing. This one you press, it takes you to settings, directly to the panel. Here, because I have the AMD Ryzen 2600 RAM and everything is inside this, which is quite okay. Inside the software. This is the advisor that we saw earlier. And now we can go to settings. In settings you have system, you have your version, if it's up to date, what graphics card, how much RAM, how much memory, CPU, how much RAM you have in the computer, what kind of software you want to install, recommended only, or I have it on everything. I didn't have so much problems. Factory reset, which is quite nice if you think you have made the wrong settings somewhere. Graphics. Here they already have some presets for you. So this is the general preset. So if you do it here, all games will have it. This is like the gaming, this is like the global settings, like before when you had this is like global graphics settings. This will apply for all applications or games that, like, Windows operating system will work with this. Let's see. Yeah, and then you can do advanced, and then you can do more advanced if you think you need to do better. Then you have a display. It tells you what display you have. It says that I cannot have FreeSync, which I have FreeSync on. It says it's not supported. But if you go to gaming and Apex, it's on. And then if you go here, that's why I say it's kind of buggy. I don't get some of the things. It let me do other things, but it doesn't let me do this anymore. On the old software I could have done it from here, but I don't. One moment. Maybe it's. Let's see now. No, I have no idea why it's not working. But if I look on the monitor, on the display, FreeSync is on standard engine. I have the 144 Hz and the low input lag on the display. It's just something wrong with this again. Something buggy. Brightness, hue, if you think you need more, less. In case you're not satisfied with brightness on your screen. Video. And you have presets, again, custom. If you want, you can do a side-by-side comparison. Hotkeys, again, for doing a screenshot, an instant GIF. So these are all the keys if you want to do something while you're in game. Accounts, I'm connected only to this one, just for testing purposes. This we're not gonna get into. It's still a little bit buggy. You need good internet. General settings. We have media settings, where it's gonna be saved. If you're gonna have like instant replay, instant GIF, you can have them disabled so you don't press them by mistake. You can choose your microphone. Your camera, like this one, is on a cam link. It's a DSLR. You can record your screen, borderless. This is on the recording section. And target FPS, you can choose like in-game 1080p, just encoding. You can even build a separate microphone track, so it's easy for you to edit if you have complex things. Live streaming, same. I usually stream at 900p with 60 frames. I think it's nice. It looks good. That's what I do on OBS. I have the same setting, 900p with 8.7 video bitrate around. So yeah, we see. But this is still strange. I have to figure out why it's not working, or it's just software. Performance. Oh, I'm really thirsty. A little bit of coffee. I made an espresso, really strong. It's not good for 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, performance. and then you can choose your this overlay. You can change location for it. You can do the size. You can choose how many columns, transparency, color. So right now I'm having a very little GPU utilization, 48 watts, GPU temperature 50C. Yeah, so it looks okay. Let's disable this. And then we have game streaming, VR streaming, preferences, language, always on top, animations and effects. So yeah. I had some issues with this particular version. That's why I have this here, I think. Because I was trying to film this. So you see here, let me pause this. So this was 2 hours before I started filming, because I'm trying for 2 hours to do this video. So 2 hours ago I had 6 hours of game time play. The game didn't close because you have to, this will keep going the whole time you have the computer on until you shut it off. And then it was this, and it said here actually excellent for the game performance, which was quite neat. And when I tried to reset the computer, it just turned off completely. It didn't. I pressed the button. The fans will start, but the computer won't start. I unplugged it, left it unplugged for I don't know, a minute or two, so all the power would drain out. Turn it back on. It came back on. Was really dumb. And what did I do? Yeah, I did. So I tried it multiple times. It didn't work. This, you have to reset the software, so it will actually stop recording this gameplay time. So I have, like, you see 2 hours of this. It's the 2 extra hours is because it's just been going in the background until I managed to turn on my computer, because it just crashed my PC. Yeah, but it's really nice. I like, the most I like is that you can have all the games and you can do these global settings. This anti-lag and image sharpening and radiant boost actually work, even if Apex Legends is not one of the titles that it's how do you call it, approved by them yet. I think I can show you the, let's do this. We do a 50% when we do an image sharpening of 60, and you guys that play Apex Legends, you know how it usually looks. So I'm gonna add a game capture. Okay. Okay, we're gonna start Apex Legends, so you can see what I mean about the rendering of the game. What this does exactly. When you turn anti-lag on, it will turn off radiant boost, so you cannot have anti-lag and boost at the same time. So when you have boost, you will see from 1 to 4 dots in the corner, and every time you move your mouse, you will see them move. Right now it's showing only 3, which is not correct. Yeah, because you do the general settings and it doesn't change it in the game for some strange reason. And then we go back and you can see when I'm moving the mouse, it changes the it lowers the resolution instantly. So when you're panning slowly, it does a small one. If you look in the corner of in the left corner up, you see the dots. If I move slowly, it's just 1. If I move a little faster, it's 3. If I move really fast, it's 4. So when it's 4, it does this. It blurs because it drops the resolution, as you can see, of the character and the lava. But the static things, it doesn't. Only the moving things, it will change, which is quite interesting. And then we can do like image sharpening. Yeah, which it does, and it's still buggy, the software. Every time you have that on, your game will freeze. So the sharpness is really strong. You can't notice it maybe on this when I change it, but it's, you have to, for me 30% is a little bit way too much, but I need it because when you put this on, so this is max level, so you can call this 100% image resolution change. So and then it goes 50%, so 150 and I don't know, 25, let's call it, even if here it says 83 point something. So now if I go in, see, if I move really fast, I'll have only 2 dots and the character won't be so blurry anymore. So that's quite neat. So let's go out. I'm exiting the game. Oh, now it actually worked. It went out of the game. Okay, so it's something with the soft. Oh no, see, I'm still in session. And it's really funny because if I go to this, the PC thinks that I'm inside the game, so it will keep my revs up, which is not okay. This is really crazy. He really thinks I'm inside the game or something. So I don't know how to turn this off. So the only way I found it possible is just to go to Task Manager and no, turn it on. Yeah, go to Task Manager and just kill it, and then turn it back on. And now it shows on the screen here that it's not recording. And then if I go to performance, more RPM already started to drop, and it's slowly going down. See, that's the most annoying thing, that after I play the game I have to do this. So it definitely needs an update on the drivers, but the rest is quite nice actually. It's much easier to go through, it's user friendly, settings are up there. Most of them have these question marks, it tell you what it does, so you're not like in the games. You go in this, it says graphic settings, anti-lag, so you have a little bit of description for each, so you know exactly what you're going to do, which is not that bad. See, now it went up to 133. Yeah, and it's this one is still. I'm just curious, how do you take these out? If you guys know, just leave it in the comment. How do you delete these profiles that you don't want? Because it doesn't have a delete button anywhere. You have a favorite, you have a reset, but you don't you can launch it, tune in game, you can delete the profile, but you can't delete the profile that they made. These that he makes automatically, you can't, the ones that he thinks it's installed. Scan for games. Let's scan for games, see what happens. See, it's still these DaVinci. So yeah, it's quite annoying. You can add a game by yourself in case you didn't find it, but you can't remove a game in case you don't want it here. That's what it needs. It needs also a remove button for this one. But it's nice. I like it. Good job with the new step forward. But now they have different things to tackle. They made it nice, but they still didn't solve the old problems that it had. So hopefully the next update at least we will let us delete these, so we can delete the installed, so we can just make our own library of games or programs that we want to use by the global settings of the graphics card. Maybe fix the recording so we can record, at least if we can't most of people that are going to have this is not in those 20% who's gonna buy like me. I'm not gonna buy really soon a 5700 XT from Sapphire Nitro Plus OC edition really soon. So I would really love for at least the recording to work, not the streaming part. Yeah, the rest I like this performance stuff. I really like the tuning. This makes life so much easier. You can build a profile for each game, which is quite nice. You can do global tuning even if it doesn't quite actually. I don't want this, for example, so much. Like this upgrade advisor. If you want to help me, it's better help me in here, like these features that you added. These are much more welcome, and teach me how to use this. Give me an advice how to improve this. Like, oh, it's better if you keep it on 66.6, so you will get a better performance inside your game, not this. And the same with this. Increase image quality. Try setting to medium or high. Render. Increase. But yeah, just I think it's a different, yeah. So this was my first impressions of the new software 1912.2 from AMD. Good step forward, or as we call it, one step in front, two steps back. So they did a good step with the new layout and everything, but two steps back because it's still buggy on most of the things that it was before, and now with the new features it's even more buggier. So if they can fix at least this, so my video card doesn't stay on all the time, that would be awesome. So it will recognize when the game is turned off. That will be the first good step. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. See you on my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell icon, or if you don't, just subscribe, it will be just fine. give a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment on everything that I do. I always take an advice. It's really nice if the community talks back. So see you later.